Over the season, your relationships have been affected by your actions and decisions within the story. Evaluating your relationship choices are ready. Harley Quinn!
You got that look in your eye, the kind that says you're trouble.
Agency asset. Oh no, she's stuck as an agency asset. Harley Quinn, you and 50.1% of players dismissed her importance to the agency. Harley was ecstatic that the heist at Wayne Enterprises went off without a hitch. She was furious that the pact abandoned her at the agency convoy raid. The different colors back here is kind of hard to read. Harley felt a momentary sadness when you admitted your treachery but still condemned you to death. Harley was heartbroken when you convinced John to subdue her. While she still works for the agency, Harley worries she's just another one of Waller's pawns. It's true. Let's see. Ecstatic that the heist at Wayne Enterprise went off without a hitch. Furious at the... So that was good. She's furious at the pact abandoned her at the agency convoy raid. Yeah, I chose to stop Bane from killing instead of play fighting, participating in Harley's fight against the agency. Harley felt a momentary sadness when you admitted your treachery but still condemned you to death. Sadness, treachery. I wonder if there's a better outcome for that. She couldn't really go against her caller, she either died or kill switch. Harley was heartbroken when you convinced John to subdue her. The choices were so ambiguous I couldn't tell how it was going to turn out, so I didn't really want to convince John that he should manipulate people. That's not what I really meant. And it just happened that that's how the devs decided to take it. While she still worked for the agency, Harley worries she's just a pawn. It's true she's a pawn, yep. Say your line.
Thunderbolt! I'm the whole goddamn hurricane!
Language. Thunderbolt, I'm the whole hurricane. Amanda Waller, director of the agency, you and 40% of players remain in a stalemate with her. Waller, well, could I have my thumb on her? I wouldn't want to maintain her as an enemy. I don't think it's great to run around having enemies. She'd just be another kingpin. Waller was pleased that you endorsed her authority by interrogating Riddler's henchmen at the GCPD. That made me go against Gordon, Captain Gordon, Police Commissioner Gordon. She appreciated you reaching out to her after your first fight with Bane. Yeah, she was just a choice. I probably shouldn't have. Now this one up here though, I could have went to the Riddler's hideout, I think, or I could have went to Joker. I'm not sure what it was. I think it was a bad choice to go to the police department to beat up on the henchman guy. So I would want to change that. I could change that I don't go to her because she kind of betrayed me, but this was a positive. It was only a positive towards her, though. Maybe it would have been better whoever the other choice was. Waller was beyond angry when you blew your cover with the pact. Did I blow my cover? I told them that I was bad? I don't quite remember that part. She declared you an enemy of the state for siding with John Doe at the Gotham Bridge. Well, I wasn't going to let her shoot him, and I don't think it was fair to take Joker in either way. And I think it probably was appropriate that Joker was to take the virus and not let Waller use it as a weapon. It needed to be like neutralized. So it worked out better. Well, it worked out in the way I wanted to, but I'm not really sure that any of the other decisions probably could have worked out the same. I'm not really sure. Though your stalemate with Waller stands, she left Gotham as your enemy. Okay, so she is my enemy. She's not a stalemate, really. She just won't tell everyone. I kind of think if I would have chose another, like, you can't threaten me, and just, went with telling everyone that, yeah, I'm Batman. Kind of do the Iron Man thing. But then Batman wouldn't have a reason to wear his suit. Well, he certainly wouldn't have a reason to wear his... He wouldn't have a reason to wear his Bruce Wayne suit. He'd have to wear his Batman armor all the time because people would be trying to attack him directly. Although that's how most of his enemies are. They know that he's Bruce Wayne and they choose to attack him. Not when he's Bruce Wayne. Not all the time, anyway.
Gotham's safety is slipping out from under me and I can't stand it!
Partners, Jim Gordon. You and 59.6% of players accepted Gordon's apology. Gordon was suspicious when Riddler said Batman worked with their recently deceased Lucius Fox. So I should have, at that point, told him, I'm Batman. Or I'm Bruce Wayne. I forget which, but... Yeah. When Riddler said Batman worked with Fox. So yeah, I should have told him that I was Bruce Wayne. I think that's what that whole thing was. When you interrogated Eli behind his back, Gordon felt betrayed, declaring your partnership over. And that's where I think I should have gone to the other place, not doing it in Gotham Police Department. He was bitter that you were still relying on Waller to help you after Bane's initial attack. So here, if I would have went with Gordon instead of Waller, it would have, I think that probably would have been the better decision, because Waller's still my enemy, and Jim is still my friend, so I should have just stuck with Jim. Gordon was disgusted that you sided with the criminal Catwoman instead of the law. Well, what was I supposed to do, have her killed? Leave her collar on her head, on her neck? Leave her under the power of Waller? I don't see why Gordon would want Waller to have Catwoman as her asset. That don't make sense. Waller doesn't need assets. She shouldn't be doing that to anybody. If she'll do that to her enemies, she'll do that to her friends. I'm kind of surprised she didn't do it to Batman. She had the opportunity at the end there, but Gordon was there, so maybe she wasn't going to do it. But I don't think that she would have let Gordon stand in her way, because she's considers herself all-powerful. So yeah, at the end there, when Batman woke up wearing his outfit in the ambulance, and he didn't have a collar on, that kind of shows that Waller was never going to put a collar on Batman. So maybe I'm wrong with all of that. Maybe since Catwoman did do some unlawful things, that she deserved to wear the collar. And I kind of messed up the whole love affair with Catwoman by not telling her that Batman loved her in the end, just asking her to come home with him. Either way, he was grateful when you forgave him for losing his self-control and letting Waller get to him. Is my voice being overpowered by this music? It is kind of loud. Here we go. He was grateful when you forgave him for losing his self-control and letting Waller get to him. Yeah, that's a positive. Catwoman.
I weighed my options, and what can I say? I don't like to lose.
Wow, check that out. That's a rare one right there. On the prowl, Catwoman, you and 0.1% of players helped Selina go free. After her return to Gotham, Selina was irritated by your assertion that people never change. She was touched when you went against Gordon to warn her that the GCPD was on her trail. She was honored to be invited into the Batcave, your secret sanctum. Yep. That was a huge trust move. Selina was horrified that Harley sentenced you to death when you blew your cover with the Pact. Okay, so I see. I blew my cover when I said, don't put Selina in the icebox, put me in it. And that kind of changed the start of the next section. It definitely changed, because I didn't have to rescue Selina. I already did that by sacrificing myself. You called... Or she was horrified because Harley did that. Okay, well... Overall, that was a positive, I suppose. You called in your deal with Waller, leaving Selina a free woman. Yep. So the only thing I could have done here differently was to change that she was irritated that people never change when I said something like that to her. Overall, pretty neat. She's prideful.
I won't let you down.
Better not. Protege. Tiffany Fox. You and 80% of players took Tiffany under your wing. Tiffany felt betrayed when you admitted your involvement in Lucius' death. Well, at least I told her about it. She didn't have to have it become her villain arc, and that's why I told her. She was worried for you when you told her to hide while you helped Harley steal the Phalanx key. Well, basically, Harley wasn't going to leave without it, and I don't think I could have had her leave without it. She was only worried, and I just wanted her to hide so she didn't get wrapped up into the mess. Otherwise, if I had introduced her to Harley, that could have been her villain arc, that she became a villain. I guess that's a route I could have taken next time. After she realized that you were working with the agency, she regretted calling the GCPD on you. Oh. Yeah, because she called the cops on me. She was at first confused, but then completely blown away when you told her you were Batman. So this was a positive, this was a positive. I think this was a positive. We could turn her evil, though. And this was a positive. Villain arc, if I did the opposite of those. And now Tiffany is repenting for the murder of Riddler under your watchful mentorship. If I had put her in jail, that could have also started her villain arc. Imana Vesta.
Really insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you?
Yeah, the crazy is kind of fun, right? COO, Wayne Enterprises. Chief of October? Online security? I have no idea what the O here stands for. COO. You and 54% of players asked her to come work for you. Yeah. Having her work for Waller and Waller's evil, and she just basically Avesta betrayed Waller, kind of left her with no hope at that point. And it'd be better if she worked in the private sector at that point. And someone who literally knows Batman, the horrible truth, not really. Well, she's really good to have on Batman's side, but she also knows Batman's secret identity. And so there's no reason not to bring her in. Avesta felt guilty for having survived Riddler's game when her partner Blake didn't. Yeah, I thought he had to die, but I think that he didn't have to die. After looking at it all, the Riddler said there was three triggers, and it ended up there's only 2 because Batman did something different. She was apologetic when you chastised her for revealing your secret identity to Waller. That was kind of manipulation. Avesta was intrigued that you trusted John Doe to find Harley after she escaped Sanctus. So she saw that I was pushing him towards being the hero instead of pushing him towards being the villain. After helping you blackmail Waller, Avesta is hopeful about her new position at Wayne Enterprises. That's good. So, we didn't leave her in the ditch, which is what would have happened if I didn't bring her in. She would have felt betrayed right here. Maybe not betrayed, but like she couldn't really trust Batman after she helped Batman. Alfred Penny...
If a man hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is?
Alfred Pennyworth. You and 5.7% of players refused to hear Alfred's final words. I didn't realize I was refusing. I just said he could go instead of like dragging it out. I guess I should have dragged it out. After he watched the footage of Lucius's violent demise, Alfred was filled with vengeance. Yeah, there's I guess an option to not let him watch Lucius die. When you told Tiffany your secret, Alfred was relieved he no longer had to keep it from her. Yeah, I kind of saw, though, that if I didn't tell her, she was going to have a villain arc. After collapsing in the Batcave, Alfred felt reassured when you agreed that he needed a vacation. I guess I should have kept with that vacation promise instead of just trying to fire him. Making him quit, letting him quit, calling him on his bluff. That's what I kind of really did. I called him on his bluff. He soon became gravely concerned by Batman's continued influence on the vigilante Joker. Oh, sneeze. He soon became gravely concerned by Batman's continued influence on the vigilante Joker. Was I supposed to make him not influence Joker? Like, how's that matter? That's like the best way it could be. Was I supposed to make him happy somehow that I was influencing Joker to be the good guy? In the end, I kind of messed up that with Joker anyway, because he broke his happiness with me. The Joker broke his happiness with me. Alfred left Wayne Manor estranged from you since you never gave him a chance to explain why. Well, how the choices were going, it was like I wasn't able to choose the correct choices anyway, and whatever I chose, they would just do something completely different anyway. So I was like, well, I want to make sure that he can leave. I don't want to say, hey, go on vacation, come back and get yourself killed. That wouldn't be good. But I guess next time I could say, yeah, do that vacation thing. Go on vacation, Alfred. I realize that I've turned down the volume on this overpowering music. It's just blasting in my ears. And so maybe you won't be able to hear when they say their catchphrase. So I'll be quiet for that.
We're two threads in the same stitch, bound together, even under strain.
We're two threads in the same stitch, bound together under the same strain. Fallen friend, John Doe, you and 54% of players told Joker you were still friends. Why not? You don't want to keep making enemies all over the place. If he thinks he's your enemy, then he's going to continue to do evil. But if he knows he's your friend, maybe you can help influence him to be the good guy still. John was annoyed when you blew him off at Lucius' funeral, refusing to meet his friends. Yep. And we eventually had to meet his friends anyway, so I suppose next time I could go meet his friends. He was heartbroken when Harley was left behind in the convoy raid. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd need to go fight with Harley. Fight the agency with Harley. John was shocked you blew your cover with Harley, inviting her wrath. Well, I guess I could have let Catwoman get frozen, and I'm sure everything would have been fine. I could have pulled her out of it when Harley wasn't looking. Then maybe Harley would be mad, like, hey, Bats, you weren't supposed to let Catwoman out. After you trusted him in the funhouse, John devoted himself to helping you clean up Gotham. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, good. So he probably didn't want me to have Harley mad at me here. So this is the only one good so far. That had a great influence. Joker thinks you're as crazy as he is for considering yourselves friends. Yeah, because I should have got a positive here, here, and here. And so I got 3 out of 4, which kind of makes, I guess in Joker's crazy eyes, makes Bruce Wayne not very sane. He looks flaky. He really does. Did you save Willie or Agent Harrison? Well, Harrison was being the bad guy here. He couldn't think for himself. He was doing Waller's bidding, even though he didn't have a collar on. And Willie was being the good guy. Well, he was on my side anyway. You and 70% of players saved Willie. 14% players hesitated during Bane's attack. 15% of players saved Harrison. And we never got to see Willie again, so maybe I could do a full agent playthrough and make sure all the agents live and side with the agents. That would create a lot of conflict with Joker, so it would also have to be a Joker villain arc at the same time. Did you take Tiffany into the field with you? You and 22% of players had Tiffany help from the Batcave. Yeah, because I felt there was something off. Well, her costume is not set up to fight. She's wearing a backpack, which means she thinks she's field ready, but it's really only to carry the batteries for her drone. And she doesn't really have any weapons. What was she gonna do? Talk someone to death? She's wearing the goggles or the glasses as a VR thing, an AR thing, artificial reality. I think that's what it is. Augmented reality. So basically her power is to view the world through her drone and to use the drone to do stuff. Like, why would I want her there to be able to be attacked? I was kind of using her as a mainframe or my eye from the sky, because that's what her power is. She has a drone. Yeah, getting her there in a fight would just get her injured or killed. Did you agree to hand over Joker to Waller? Hell no. You and 68% of players refused to hand over Joker to Waller. Why would people hand him over? Well, if Joker was the villain, I would have handed him over to Waller, certainly. But since I was influencing him to be the good guy, I wasn't going to hand him over to Waller because Waller was being the bad guy. So there's the whole arc there. I'm sure that if he was the villain, it would have made sense. And if I was going with the agency and making him the villain, letting him become the villain on his own, it would have made sense to hand him over. Did I give up the cowl so Alfred would stay? No, why would I? There's not much to that. You and 5% of players refused to hear Alfred's last words. No, I just said go ahead and I agree with you. 33% of players told Alfred you would give up being Batman. Nah, I'm not doing that. 58% of players chose never to give up being Batman. Yeah, and then I think from what I saw over the last month and a half of looking at not very much stuff, but basically if you choose this, then Alfred just leaves. So and then he's upset with you. And then other people were like, I chose I'd give up the Batman, the suit, and then Alfred stays. But that was kind of a lie you told Alfred. And then he doesn't get to go on vacation, right? So I suppose in this way, it was really cold, and it was very unstory-worthy to let Alfred go. But I don't even have to make this decision. I'm gonna stay Batman. And over here, you just think that you're going to you're gonna be Batman. Yeah, there's a lot of which ways. So being Batman means Alfred leaves. Having Alfred stay means you stop being Batman. And with having Alfred leave, I don't even have to worry about him. He can leave. I'll find a new nurse to take care of Batman's wounds, which, who knows, might be Tiffany Fox. But if it's not Tiffany Fox, then she's not even a medical person. She's an electronics person. So maybe it'd have to be someone completely different. Maybe it could be Catwoman. You know, and with Catwoman, if I were to choose to go agency side, I could put Catwoman in prison because she was doing unlawful actions. We could see how that played out. Here I was playing the vigilante Batman, which is, I think, the lore-friendly version of Batman. Which Joker did you defeat? You and 55% defeated Vigilante Joker. And that answers my question right there. Was there ever a decision that I wouldn't have to fight Joker? No, I'd always have to fight Joker. So he was always going to come out? He was always going to attack me? So Joker always betrays you, or acts as if you betrayed him. There may be no way to to make him on your side. Saved Willie, had Tiffany help from the Batcave, refused to hand over Joker to Waller, refused to... No, I just fired Alfred, I guess. I didn't actually refuse to hear his last words. He might have wanted to give his little monologue. Everybody thinks they want to give some monologue when they quit. You and 55% defeated Vigilante Joker. I just wonder if I could have made his hair higher. Photos collected. I didn't know I had photos. Funeral. This is where I made her love me. Why is it... Oh, her back is facing towards the camera, and she turning to look because her butt is facing towards the camera too, and her backpack. All right.